And here we are. Hi, everybody.
Hello, guys.
Yes, it's so good to be here again. We are live with a pre-stream, dev stream, to put all the words on it, alpha. And it's 4 here. You might know me better as GameMaster. And I'm here today, and I've been dying to introduce you to this guest. It's our game director. It's Max. Max,
Hello,
please.
guys.
Please say hello. And I've been really... I think a lot of people have been in suspense for this.
Yeah, it looks like so if you look at the chat.
And, we have so many interesting things to do today. We are going into alpha tomorrow, if you believe it.
We do.
If you
we
believe
do, in
it.
fact.
Yes. And it is crazy. And I know many of you think it's crazy, and we've been looking so much forward to this. And this guy right over here is sitting on so much information, so much gold, that we are...
I'll try to keep my secrets a little bit still, but yeah, we have some.
And we have a lot of things for you today. We are, first of all, we have done some things to stream. You can see the chat here on this side. You can see a reel going on with some new screenshots from the alpha build. Mm-hmm. The biomes we have. Today we're gonna do some gameplay.
Yes.
We're gonna do a Q&A.
Yes.
And you can still get to ask your questions if you go into, and people in the chat will help you. And you can also type !Nitro, and Nightbot will help you out. And you can still go in there, ask your questions to a wonderful bot in there. And then you will also participate in an automatic giveaway that's happening in the end of the stream, where you can win 1 year Nitro premium subscription, again with the fancy words. So we'll be doing some gameplay. We'll be doing a Q&A. We'll be doing more gameplay, because why not? We've picked some amazing quest lines for you today. And then we'll be doing a giveaway. So stay tuned for all of this amazing show. I mean, I think there's maybe one more thing to say. And that is that you need to remember, this is alpha.
Yeah, guys, so don't expect that if anything will go bad. Oh, we hope it will not, because we prepared for this, as you can imagine, for pretty long amount of
Only the
months.
good kind of bad.
Yes, sir. So let's roll. Let's not keep them waiting.
Exactly. Thank you. Let's go in.
The questions will be with us, right?
Yes. Let me just do like this for now. Just 2 seconds, everybody. Okay. So, we have a plethora of questions. Are you ready, Max?
Yes, of course. Always.
We have been asking you, and before I do this, I should maybe remind you that now is about the deadline for the cutoff point for participating in the giveaway.
Yes.
So, be pretty quick now, because by the time we end this Q&A, if you submit your question, you can still submit your questions. You can submit your questions all the time, and please do, because we are moderating them. And we're looking into them, but if you want to participate in the giveaway, the cutoff point is the end of this Q&A. So, fire away. Okay. Max.
First on the list, yeah.
Yes. I have a question from Clark Penny.
Mm-hmm.
And he says, doing the alpha, after our first 30 minutes are up and we relog, will we be where we were when we logged off, or as if we logged in the first time?
So we specifically made it that you are saving your progress, guys. So persistence is there. So if you completed the quests, if you crafted the armor, and you are just running for the other round of the test, you will be saving your progress so far. So yeah.
That's great. Okay, this is
what is it
this is a cute question. We have a question from Myra, I think I'm pronouncing correctly, who says, "How are you today? How are you today, Max?"
Well, I'm pretty good, actually, that I'm speaking with you guys. I'm seeing a lot of amazing questions, and that you are really hyped, guys. So yeah, I'm doing very good.
How are you guys doing? Please tell us our...
Tell us. We're reading this.
And please keep the questions going in the chat as well. We might pick some there as well.
Yeah, there was one juicy one.
Did you want to pick one?
Yes, actually. Do you want it to answer right now?
Just go ahead. Let's go.
So the question from Badalonut, sorry that if I'm pronouncing it not correct. What's the difficulty of the game from 1 to 10 in your opinion? We're gonna have it all on the scale, so we really want you to start with 1, and in the most competitive scenarios, if you are with a competitive guild or whatnot, it will be 10 indeed. So you should see the full spectrum. And a good question, by the way.
No, very good question. We have one here from. Yeah, maybe I'm not sure. Correct. Claw. I will not try that again. Sorry. What is Nitro Premium subscription, and can players play the game without buying a Nitro Premium subscription? Do you want to give them the good news that they?
You should.
Okay. Yes, you can.
yes.
That was. Yes, you can.
Look at his face; he's so happy.
Listen, you don't need to buy the premium subscription, and we are giving 5 of them away. And the Nitro Premium subscription is on Discord, and it basically means that you get a lot of premium access, and you can text more, you can give us more feedback, you can use more amazing emojis. So it's a premium subscription on Discord, but it has no effect. You can still play the game. You're awesome.
Yes.
But just 5 of you will just be a little bit more awesome. Can I say that? With premium for the Discord Nitro subscription. We have another question here from Wolf of Hell. Damn,
nice
that's
nickname. Yeah,
that's pretty serious. That's pretty dope. Can we have pets?
Yes, and I want to tease it a little bit. We are talking right now not only about having the cosmetic pets. We will be making experiments, so no promises so far, dudes, but we will try to make also the combat pets with a summoner archetype. But, is it a live stream? Oh my god!
Can we
but yeah, we will try it, guys, and we really believe that this is the thing that people gonna love, so yeah.
So not only nice pets you can cuddle with, but potentially combat pets.
Potentially.
Potentially.
Yes.
All right. Awesome questions. Let's see. We have one here. That's another awesome name. We have Hellblade Dragon. And here, Hellblade Dragon asks, I want to know, do you have a content creator program? Do you want to speak a little bit?
I want to speak just a little bit because we are developing this indeed, and we were talking before that we want to have it. However, guys, I cannot say you the details how it gonna be working. However, we want you to create the content for the game. That's why we are aiming to have it. Yes.
Exactly, and from a community standpoint, I can say that we're already doing amazing things with the creators, and we'll continue to do way more. Mm-hmm. So I mean, the easy answer is to some degree yes, but we cannot be more specific as of now.
Yeah, we need simply to design it and to make it live.
So stay tuned, stay active, and be awesome.
Be with us.
We have a question from Greeno Rules. Yeah. From the social side of the game, are we going to get proximity chat? If so, awesome. If not, why not? And what is the chat social element of the game? Thank you. Well, very polite.
Yes, thank you very much for the question. And we are thinking about that you should be having the global world chat. So some veterans may remember the Barons chat that we are talking about. And the proximity chat, I think in this question was meaning the specific chat for the zone or whatnot. And yeah, we plan to have this. But more of the details, of course, later.
Yeah. Okay, we have a question from Koyomain, which says, is there plans... It's a long question. Are you ready, Max?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Is there plans to do alpha or test per nation, or will all playtests be in Solarwood to get mechanics flushed out? And then the second part, are there any planned leaks? Oh, we love that word. For what's going to be given away winnable in different live streams. So it's kind of two-part question, is it? Yeah.
I'll start with the first one. So, we want to show you as many biomes as we have. So obviously when we will be introducing nations and whenever this moment happens, we will of course test this out in the new thing. So not only the Solarwood will be present in the tests.
And then about the giveaways and the winnable things for live stream, there will be plenty of things, right? I mean, we're just getting started.
Yeah, we're just getting started, and I think that you are having some other thing about it. So let's talk a little bit more about it, right?
Something exactly. Like we haven't even begun to open the box of cosmetics, really.
Yes.
Right? There's gonna be Twitch drops. Again, we cannot be specific, but obviously we're gonna do these amazing things together with you. And also think about the cosmetics that creators will be creating themselves and the community.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So there will be a lot of things. But I think cosmetics is a good play to start. That's some awesome things to win. Seasonal things, perhaps. Unique. I mean...
Unique especially, right? So you should be in there in a specific time for a specific event.
Exactly. So absolutely.
Do you still want me to tell this thing about the community management and the events right now, or?
Well, let's kick it off.
Okay,
Yeah, let's go.
so we actually were discussing it with Thor just today, guys, that we potentially want to build in the tools that the community teams can run events on their own. So imagine that Thor is basically sitting here with you on the stream and, well, starting the Gnoll invasion, and the biggest Gnoll killer would be rewarded by Thor. So, yeah. We want heavily to work with events to really make the world alive. So, Cannabis alive.
And I hope you are excited, but I'm excited for that. I'm like, yes, please give me.
You were asking it for many.
I won't abuse it at all. I'll be very. I hope you're looking forward to this. Maybe you should regret what you're asking for, community. I hope you're prepared. All right. Oh my god, I have so much fun with that. We have a question from Tobias Senpai. And he asks, will landowners be able to visit and see their lands in this or upcoming tests?
Guys, you should understand that, well, there are a lot of land plots, right? And for some, probably yes. Yeah. But everybody who has the land plots will be able to see them only when the game will be launching, guys. Because, well, we have a lot of territory, let's say.
Yeah. So for now, it's more a template to show you kind of how it
might
look, right?
How it can look, and at the different stages of it. So some of those land plots will be developed with a lot of buildings around, and some will be almost just the fresh land plot with only the castle on it.
Let's in the next gameplay session, let's visit maybe a town. I think we'll pass a town.
I think so. Yeah.
Let's, but the towns and cities and settlements, and we also, if you notice, we had a title. We cheated a little bit, and we gave ourselves the Duke title.
The best.
We can do that, right? It's one of the best. I mean, we have. Speaking about cheating, I think I cheated the system. I put a question in here because I was really curious. I'm hoping you are as curious as me.
Man, what are you doing? They will be thinking that you're a cheater.
A question from GameMaster.
Yeah, but you're. Sure, go on.
I've heard you speak a lot about easy to play, hard to master. And while that sentence resonates a lot with a lot of people, I'm just curious about, can you elaborate more about that?
Yes, so our philosophy is that we don't want to show you a lot of things that you start, right? For example, my own terrible experience, however, I like the game. I really played a lot of hours with it. Guild Wars 2, if you're a new player and you enter the game right now, it will be just, throwing 50 different sayings that like you can go in here, you can do this, and you're getting completely lost. So we want to open all our features step by step, slowly, and the complexity of the thing, the proper complexity, will be of course at the end game when you reach the cap level and you are just making a true specialization for your character. So that's what we are talking about.
There you have it, guys.
Yep.
You should play hard to master. I mean, all right, we have something here we have another question from Clark Penny. Thank you, Clark Penny. What is going to be grindy? Endgame is an extremely important part of an MMO, that's true. So what type of endgame progression will exist to keep players entertained and to continue playing?
So, as we told you, we don't want to actually you do to the grind while you're leveling. So your leveling should be just making your adventure, right? So exploring how the game works, the game mechanics and whatnot. And the grind part will exactly start when you are reaching the cap. You can technically avoid that. However, we will also use some of mechanics, for example, like dulling your weapons or something like this. So you have to spend more items. And of course, the competitive players will use things for consumables, right? For the buffing themselves, for preparation for the raids or going to the PvP.
Speaking about that, and I don't know if now I'm crossing into the dangerous threshold, you talked about earlier about something that was truly fascinating to me. You talked about endgame, that the best items would be among those that we create ourselves.
Oh yeah, this is our philosophy. We want to make game social, properly social, and this means that the trade should be quite a significant part of it. So all the items crafted should be and will be stronger than the ones that you are just getting in the just by drops. So the best loot that you can get out of the raid is not the end sword, right? It's the recipe of the sword that you are using yourself, or you are giving it to one of your crafter, and they will be not that much of a stronger. So we're not talking about like double damage or whatnot, but like 10%, 15% stronger. Yes,
that means a lot to some players. I know some
it
out there
does,
will
it
be
does,
like, oh, we want, we want that.
Competitive guilds should be having their crafters all around the place. Otherwise, they will be not competitive.
Yeah, protect your dedicated crafters.
Yes,
and
sir.
respect them. Right?
Yes.
Okay, let's turn the page here. We have some more questions. We have one from Papo Owned. Yes, exactly. He asks, between how many varieties of weapons do you plan to have in game? And we already talked about we have 4 right now in the alpha, right?
Again, this is the thing that we are only in the plans. So
We're pushing him, guys.
Yeah, I know. So we're talking about 12 right now, within 3 archetypes. But I cannot say no more for now. Only for now.
Somebody, to try and divert the thread here, somebody in chat is already going, 15% is a huge damage boost, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, it is.
And somebody, I love crafting, I can't wait to craft something really good stuff. Exactly. There is something, that reminds me, we have some resources to gather later with some amazing sound effects to them. Oh, we'll get to that. Yes, you know what. Some of you might know what it is we're talking about. We have a question submitted by Charles. There was a lot of C's on it, so I was trying to pronounce. So, can we have a world where only PvE exists? Wouldn't that be nice, huh? The way that we don't have to worry about losing our loot to other players. Like a safe zone where we can farm freely.
So for now, guys, we are planning to have it both. So you will be having an area where you can basically level your character up to cap in pretty safe environment. So the only threat that you are having is basically monsters and maybe in the dungeons if you go in there. But we specifically want to have a special area, and it will be border area in between nations where you're having the open world PvP. The difference of those is that for the ones who want to go rather a casual play style, they go in the first, right? So they don't want to be nuked. But if you're having a stable group...
People like me?
People like you, man, yeah. But if you're having like a stable group and you are relatively, well, firm with your skills, you will probably go to the... We call it meat grinder. So just kill a lot of people.
I love we call it meat grinder. That was something that I realized today, guys, that we're calling it
I think I'm the only one who calls it like this, but
now we're two. And now we're you as well. Okay, so high risk, high rewards, right?
Exactly. Yeah, but if you don't want to risk, there will be still enough of the reward for you to level up.
Yeah. Okay. So even if you don't want to venture out there alone, you might group up with some people, you might say, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
exactly.
We are continuing to say that we want to have a heavy emphasis on the social gameplay. So we will specifically reward all the people who are playing together. So my biggest problem with modern MMOs is that, well, you could be raiding with people you don't know, actually. So you're just raiding with randoms. And I mean, that's not the thing that you expect from MMO. No. So we will try to incentivize you to play with others.
Sorry, but Wolf of Hell just went in chat. Time to go into meat grinder.
Oh my god, yes.
You know that you might be the meat that will be grinded, right? You understand?
Yes.
Okay. High risk, high rewards. Yeah, somebody is really like, yeah, that resonates with me. All right, I saw something in here, and now I'm putting you kind of on the spot, Max. It says, how does Ember Sword plan on making crafting not a click button simulator, i.e. Satisfying to some degree?
Wow. Okay,
sorry, Max. Sorry.
No, I totally am with the question, and the question is good. Yeah. I'll say that we have to design it, right? Yeah. And we all know the moments when you are just clicking and it starts to be boring. And we also know the other side of the coin when you are having a lot of mini games, which is start to be a lot of frustrating.
Exactly.
So we have to play with it.
Yeah, because they can be fun at once, at the first time, right? Maybe even the second time, and then the 100th time.
Yes, it starts to be annoying. So we will try to balance out fun and effectiveness out of it all, guys. So I'm sorry I cannot answer it for now. We have to design it.
But jumping in, and I'm not a developer like you, but jumping in, it also probably like it also has something to do with the journey before the crafting, right? Finding the materials, right? It's probably
Yes.
also, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so we will make it that you are not sure from where you can get this specific ingredient.
So it's a little adventure.
Yes.
All right. Let's see. And if you see other questions here from chat, be free to. Otherwise, I'll put you on the spot. Apparently,
No worries. We should do this.
all right. We have another. Let's see. Oh, we have another question from Papo Owned. Thank you, Papo Owned. And it's jumping into the AI section. And don't we all love AI these days? I want to know in more detail what you plan to do with the AI. It's a bit broad, I guess. But
Yeah, it's a bit broad, but well, guys, you all heard about modern technologies, about how the artificial intelligence is being developed, and not only the ChatGPT. So there are a lot of systems that are telling the intelligence what to do. We will want to use them, and I don't want to disclose all of those things, obviously, but we really believe that the good enemies that can think or are based on the actions of the players, is the thing to do for us.
Yeah.
And yeah, we're gonna play with this.
That's amazing. You kind of touched already on it, but I saw somebody here writing Diddy Boy writing, does the game rely on having a squad? And again, you kind of touched upon it. Or is solo gameplay viable for getting good loot?
This is one of our design principles.
Yeah.
So freedom of choice should allow you to play solo. However, let me remind you that again, we want you to play with other players. So you will not be having a specific incentive for playing on your own. But if you want to be a lonely crafter living in the woods, sure.
Sorry, but somebody wrote, can I be the very best like no one ever was?
Oh boy.
Totally not a reference to something else. Sorry, Max. The bestest something.
bestest.
Yeah. Thank you, Gav. The bestest. All right, yes, you can be the best like no one ever was. Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
Who are we to tell you cannot, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Freedom of choice again.
There's another question from this guy called GameMaster. Sorry, while you're drinking as well. Sorry.
I think I might know him, no?
Yes, exactly. Who says mechanical fun? The response, it's. I think I know this guy called GameMaster, and I think what he means to ask with his poorly phrased question is, you talk a lot about mechanical fun, and I've seen you and your team and heard you talk a lot about like the feedback loop and the feeling of playing the game and trusting that. And I'm just curious, maybe you could explain some more about that.
I think the explanation would be vague, so I'm gonna use the just examples from the other games. I think that if you are smashing the buttons in Elden Ring or Hades, or even the Mario games, right, you're sometimes not going in there for specific kind of content. You just want to go there, kill some enemies, have a feel of your weapon, feel the feeling of abilities and whatnot, and it should be extremely satisfactory. So what we want to try to do here is to make both controls and both combat abilities feeling like you really want to just use it.
Yeah, and you trust that experience, and that's why you come back to it, right?
Yeah, that's why you come back there, even maybe not going to the raid, maybe not going into the dungeon, just, grinding their mobs because it's simply fun to hit the buttons.
And that's why I wanted to touch upon it, because I think there's a lot of different ways to approach a game, and there should be a lot of different ways to approach a game, but like this is common for all of us, right?
That's
that
correct.
We want this feedback loop to just feel intuitive, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And that's something you will probably be working on, until we release, right?
Yes, and this is definitely an iterative process. What we believe that we cannot achieve it like, with one single hit. No, we will just go on and on and on and on. And guys, we need you to play the game and answer all the surveys, because just knowing how you feel, what do you think about it, will help us to shape the game in the end.
Exactly.
Yes.
There you have it. And I mean, you talked about other games now. And there's a question here, not by GameMaster, but by Gem Salad, who asks, what games inspired you when creating Ember Sword?
I would start with the basics. I definitely want to mention World of Warcraft, and I want to mention basically the vanilla, Burning Crusade and Wrath of Lich King. I will not mention anything because I'm an old guy, as you can see. But if we're talking about combat, we are heavily inspired by MOBAs, because we believe that combat should be fast-paced, and it's also about the positioning. It's also about the knowledge of your character, and we want you to be active. We don't want you to stand in the corner and just spam the shadow bolt. Oh, did I say it out loud? But yeah, this should not be the thing. We really want you to be active. No Albion. Probably not. Both. So for Horde, I think I played 2 years more than Alliance, but usually I have both of the characters.
All right. We also have somebody in chat, Mishi Minator, asking, can I get a plot? Well, yes and no. We cannot just give you a plot. But tomorrow, when Alpha goes live, another competition on Twitter goes live, just to do some sellouts here, where you can actually be a winner. Dalko Cortana will hand you a Solar Wood Regular lamp plot. The only thing you have to do to participate in this, and it's going on the rest of the week, so even a couple of days after Alpha is done, you just have to share your best Alpha moment. And there's some smaller steps, but it will be in the Twitter competition. But basically, you need to show to us. And best Alpha moments can be a lot of things, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, it can be a picture, it can be a video, it can be your setup, whatever was your Alpha moment, right?
I want to answer this question from Zombien, and the question is that will be more than 2 different factions. We plan to have 4 major factions, however, they will be not in the constant war in between. So they have rather complicated political things in between of those. But yeah, those will be different from their views on the things, on their technology, how they basically work with the world and whatnot. So yeah, 4 factions.
Can you name those? I know you can. Well, can you name those 4 factions for the community?
Yes, the first one is being Solarwood, and this is our picture of fantasy proper world with ruled by the Wizarding Academy with a lot of wizards. Second one is being Duskeron, so immediately think about Mad Max, so a lot of raiders, sands, blood on the sand especially, like maybe on cars.
Kill or be killed, right?
Yes, yes. Severant, being the outcasts and one of the most shunned factions because they will be positioned in the middle of the map.
Yep.
And of course the bad boys, Edizo, and
what do you mean? That's subjective. I'm getting defensive. You know what I am.
Yeah, I think I was told not to call them factions the bad boys. The good boys, however, they try to, get over the dominance over the other 4 factions, so making it,
We're talking about it, so yeah.
I really, Isaac, I really believe Edizo for the win. They're good guys, yeah.
Thank you, Edicians. Let's go. Also, I've heard somebody in the office say Edicians. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Sorry, we got off track.
Check it out, man.
Yeah.
We're having only the Edizo guys here.
But Severin,
A couple of Severin, yeah.
There's a strong support of Severin in our
Any Dusker?
community.
Any? No?
Maybe you can start to get a sense of which nations we... Because also internally in the company, it's also like we sometimes also banter about what nation we support.
Yeah.
And I'm an Edizo, and you are...
Duskeron.
Yes, exactly. I know.
I'm a raider in my soul. And there is like, we are not bad, we just want to control you all for good. Yes, exactly. But only in your own Edizo way, so...
And somebody's going Dusker.
Dusker for a win, yeah.
All right. 4 is a snowy boy. Yes, exactly. Yeah, but it's pretty true. I didn't even pick Edizo because they are the bad guys. I picked them because I like the snow.
Who are you kidding, man?
Who am I kidding?
Yes, we know you.
We have another question from Wolf of Hell. From a lot of killing and blood in the sand or snow, depending on where you are, to a little nicer question. Can we meet Whiskers in the game?
Yes, however, we're thinking that Whisker will be rather, shadowy figurine under maybe some plots or whatnot. He's definitely will be not an enemy, and we're still picking the role for him, but, I mean, he's our mascot, of course. He will be in the game.
You heard it here, everybody. So he might be up to something. Maybe he's not as sweet.
Just pulling the strings, you know?
You heard that, guys. All right, watch out for Whiskers. You might get more than you wish for. We have a long question here from Snappy. And Snappy asks, could you provide some information on the role of quests in the game? Specifically, I'm curious to know whether completing quests will be a necessary component of advancing through the game's content and leveling up, or whether they will serve primarily as additional content and players can engage in at their own discretion.
We really believe that your leveling and your progression should be a healthy mix of going to the quests, going to the other activities like dungeons and PvP, and we don't want to be too necessary. However, the rewards you are getting out of it is probably the thing that you still will be making some quests. I mean, RPG, right? You still do some stuff, but again, if you are one of the guys who want to grind it all through, not the most effective way to do so, but you will be able to.
Nikrong says, if you drink water with ice, then you are an Edesian. Do you drink water with ice?
I usually just grab the ice and that's it. So
maybe you might have some Edesian.
Yeah, that's making me a Dasker, right? So I prefer the cold things.
Let's see here. All right. Okay. We have another question from Clark Penny. Clark Penny has been very busy. We appreciate it. Will items have different attributes? Oh, this is a good one. And how will the players go about getting some of the best gear in the game? We already touched a little bit upon it. What systems are in place to make obtainable gear valuable and a sought-after fun activity? We have touched upon some of these elements.
Yeah, we touched some elements that we really want the crafted items to be more effective. And of course, we will be having the stats. We will be having the main stats. And I think that we already said that strength, agility, and intelligence will be the main ones, and the bunch of supporting ones. But we cannot say it for now because we are still designing how it should be. At one point, it should be easy to understand. And at the second point, once you reach the end of the progression, it should be
easy to play, hard to master.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah. And we already talked a little bit about crit because we were running a crit build.
Yeah, you're running in the agility clothes, so
yes. Yes, with a fashion choice on top, literally.
Yes.
We have a question from Papo Owned again. Papo Owned asks, will they accept suggestions regarding adding ideas proposed by the community in the game, coherent and feasible things in the game?
I want to say, guys, that we will be open for all of your proposals. However, we cannot promise that we're gonna make them all live, right? So it should be in accordance with our design principles. Our game design team, and well, in the end, myself also should accept it. But we want to establish the healthy channel of getting your feedback, because again, you will be playing the game en masse, and we need to know what you want actually to see in there.
And it starts already now, right? We have a Reddit, which is a perfectly good place to go in. I mean, it's a living forum, right? To go in, give your feedback, give us a piece of your mind, right?
Yes.
Be honest. And we have a survey that you can fill out after you've played one of the game sessions, right? So we have a question here. This is my favorite name of the bunch. We have a question from Tobias Senpai. It's very nice. Do you plan community events in the actual game, like hide and seek races, jump and runs, etc.? I don't know, Max. Do we?
Yeah, and actually we answered those that we want to give you the ability to spawn those, and those events should also include world bosses. It should also be having like the big invasions of whatnot, and of course the PvP events.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not the full of it.
And I keep doing these throwbacks, but that is just the beginning of it.
Yes.
Like, we have so many things. We also have Fanabus Cup, right? And to those of you who have played Fanabus Cup, it has not been in-game, but maybe one day it will be.
Yes.
Right? Or competitions, or dare I say it, maybe one day the initial steps of a potential esports, right? Let's see where we...
Let's keep our pace, right?
Should I step down?
No. Of course, we dream of it, but we want to see those amazing things coming first, right?
Yes. But I mean, the short answer is yes.
Yes. Short answer is yes.
Yes. Should we? Are you seeing some good questions in here? Let's see.
I'm more of just distracted in the focus, so maybe you're having something.
Let's see here. Memi00000 asks, are the item design winners in Fanabus Cup going to have the items in the game in the alpha? Well, that depends on many things, right? We cannot go into specifics, but as we talked about, there will be a potentially that you can craft your things in game or craft cosmetics in game, right? Yeah. So I don't want to say no.
I mean, but still, this is the question is saying in the alpha, but alpha is alpha is rather short, and we don't have all the features.
Then I have to say no.
Yes, sorry.
I'm sorry. Sometimes we have
probably the first time for the stream that we are saying no, but I'm sorry, guys.
We have a limited amount of times we can say no.
Yes, exactly.
But for the future, right? We are open for a lot of things, and a lot of great things will happen. Let's see here. Hey, anything? Noah says, hey, anything special we have to do to get access to the alpha? I don't know. Any special things they have to do to get access to the alpha?
That's, I think, more question to you, man. So, like, I mean, I don't mind, but what's...
Actually, the only thing you have to do is to register. You have to go into our webpage and you have to register, and then you have to be... I mean, depending on when you want to get in, it's tomorrow from 10 to midnight CST. And, I mean, there will be a queue system. So you might get lucky, you might get in, or you might have to wait a bit.
Yes.
But there's actually nothing really you have to do. Just... be amazing. Be yourself.
Yeah, go register. Go play it, guys.
Yeah, exactly. And go for it. And there will be plenty of times in the future to... I mean, from here on out, it's going to be crazy, right? It's going to be one hell of a ride. Yeah, exactly. Thank you for submitting your questions. And thank you so much for participating in this live stream. And I mean, this was just the beginning. And tomorrow, I hope we'll see you in the alpha.
Yes,
right?
We want you in the alpha, guys.
Max, thank you so much for being here with us. I hope this is the first time, but not the last time. Thank you so much for being with me here on the screen, and for many more to come. Do you have anything to say to the community before we go? Any message to them?
Actually, yes, guys. I really believe that game is live once there are interested people and interested players. We need your opinion. We need your questions. We need your criticism. Oh, maybe not toxic, but still, we really want your opinion about this whole things, and test it with us, please. So play with us.
So this is a very, very good start, and talking about toxic, people are shooting at me. Starson, you're not supposed to shoot at me. You're supposed to be... Okay, let's end this stream. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.